Football has seen some legendary players, but behind every great team is a genius coach. Even though athletes frequently steal the show with their spectacular abilities and memorable experiences, coaches are just as important. They form teams, nurture talent, and establish the fundamentals of the sport. When debating about the most successful coaches, one question comes to mind. Who are the greatest football coaches of all time, and what makes them special? Another question that often sparks heated debates is what being an all-timer coach is all about. Is it about trophies or the impact one leaves behind? What makes a great coach? So with all that said, what really makes a great coach? Well, several factors are considered when determining whether a coach is great. These factors include a coach's tactics, titles they've won, impact on the sport, and how well they've developed players. There's perhaps no other factor that defines a coach's identity as much as the tactics they use. Tactics are paramount in football. By simply analyzing them, it is easy to tell whether a coach is good or not. So for a coach to be considered great, their ability to revolutionize how the game is played should be outstanding. The coach needs to be able to transform the game through new ideas and strategies. Although many may argue that titles alone are not enough to determine whether one is a great coach, they are important. The most successful coaches not only win titles, but do so consistently at the highest level. The impact a coach has on football culture is another key factor. A truly great coach's influence goes beyond their immediate success. They not only impact their teams, but also motivate future coaches and other players. A coach's ability to transform a simple player into a world-class superstar who can perform on football's biggest stages also says a lot about a coach's skill. All these factors, especially titles and a coach's impact, bring us back to the big question. Is it the number of trophies or the legacy they leave behind that truly defines a great coach? Sir Alex Ferguson, the master of longevity. One of the names that is commonly associated with success in football is Sir Alex Ferguson. Sir Alex had an outstanding tenure at Manchester United. The United coach won a total of 38 trophies with the club. Among these were 13 Premier League titles, the most won by a manager in the history of the Premier League, and 2 Champions League trophies. However, as decorated as he was, it was not only about winning trophies for Ferguson. Evolving was just as important to him. Through his adaptability, Ferguson refined his tactics over decades. Another thing he was commonly known for was his talent development. Ferguson turned raw prospects like Cristiano Ronaldo, David Beckham, and Ryan Giggs into world-class players. He also created an environment where players flourished. However, the question remains, is Ferguson's longevity and dominance in English football enough to crown him the best coach in history? Rinus Michels, the architect of total football. Rinus Michels is another highly regarded coach, mainly because of his creation, total football. Rinus first started this tactical revolution with Ajax in the 1970s. The hallmark of the revolution's success was when Rinus used it to guide the Netherlands to the World Cup final in 1974. Rinus's approach defined modern attacking football. It was keen on fluidity, positional interchange, and collective movement, which transformed the tactical landscape of the game. Rinus' success with Ajax, where he won the European Cup, marked a turning point in football. It influenced generations of coaches who followed. His philosophy extended beyond tactics. It was about creating a culture of attacking play and technical excellence. This leads to a thought-provoking question. Is Michels the true tactical mastermind of football? Pep Guardiola, the tiki-taka innovator. Now, Pep Guardiola is one of the most popular and decorated coaches in modern football. Guardiola is known for his famous tiki-taka playstyle. The playstyle is a possession-based one, and Pep implemented it when coaching Barcelona. With this system, Pep's Barcelona focused on making short passes, proper and frequent movement off the ball, and maintaining possession. Under Pep's leadership, Barcelona won 14 trophies in just 4 years, including 2 Champions League titles. This success became a testament to how effective his tactical approach was. When Pep left Barcelona, his success didn't end there. He went on to achieve remarkable results with Bayern Munich and Manchester City. Pep adapted his style to meet the standards of different leagues and the abilities of his new players. Pep has dominated the game with varying tactics in different leagues, an achievement that speaks highly of his versatility as a coach. So with all that said, has Pep redefined football for the modern era? Is he the most influential coach right now? Johan Cruyff, the philosopher of football. Johan Cruyff's success in the world of football went beyond being a brilliant player. Cruyff was a visionary coach, and his philosophies continue to be applied in today's football. Cruyff implemented the philosophy of total football as a player and coach. By revolutionizing Barcelona's style of play, Cruyff helped the club achieve significant success, including La Liga and a European Cup victory. He also laid the foundation for their dominance years later. However, despite winning trophies for Barcelona, his influence goes beyond titles. Cruyff's ideas about possession, pressing, and positional play have become cornerstones of modern football philosophy. When it comes to Cruyff's influence on the sport, a common question is often asked. Did his influence as both a player and coach create the most lasting impact on football? Tele Santana, the unsung hero. Tele Santana is often overlooked despite his immense contributions to football. Leading Brazil to 2 World Cup appearances in 1982 and 1986, Santana's team played beautiful, attacking football. Although his team did not win the World Cup, the style and flair of their play are still remembered fondly. The football his team showcased is often considered some of the best football ever witnessed. During his tenure with Sao Paulo, Santana achieved great international success at club level. He won 2 Intercontinental Cups with Sao Paulo. While at it, Santana achieved the incredible feat of defeating European giants AC Milan and Barcelona in 1992 and 1993. Santana was a coach focused on playing attacking football and putting on a good show with the best aesthetics possible. His beautiful football makes us wonder, is Tele the most underappreciated football genius for losing while playing the most beautiful football during 2 World Cups and for his international successes with Sao Paulo? Arrigo Sacchi, the pioneer of pressing. In the late 1980s, Arrigo Sacchi made a significant impact on AC Milan. Sacchi transformed the club. During his tenure, his teams won 2 European Cups and multiple Serie A titles. However, just like many great coaches, Sacchi's priorities went beyond winning trophies. He innovated high pressing, and the backbone of his play style was high intensity. Through this tactical revolution, Sacchi changed defensive tactics. The impact of his high-intensity style led coaches in the modern era to revolutionize their defensive tactics. Sacchi was a coach who believed in teamwork over individual brilliance. Sacchi's principle was team over individuals. His ability to ensure cohesion and unity in his teams inspired a generation of coaches. Sacchi's innovative play style focused on pressing and compactness. Through this style, Sacchi's teams were able to force opponents into mistakes. His creation, pressing, is one that's been emulated by almost every modern coach. So, is Sacchi the unsung hero who laid the groundwork for modern pressing football? Vicente del Bosque, the silent winner. Vicente del Bosque was one of the rare calm personalities in the realm of successful coaches. Although quiet, Vicente's leadership was very effective. Under his leadership, Vicente led Spain's golden generation to monumental success. Spain won the World Cup in 2010 and the European Championship in 2012. At club level, Vicente had significant success too. During his time at Real Madrid, he won 2 Champions League titles. Vicente had a very calm personality. As a result, his man management skills were exceptional. The quiet legend had the ability to balance egos in star-studded squads. Vicente was a coach who let his achievements do the talking. So despite having a very different personality from many coaches, does Del Bosque's quiet but consistent success put him among the greats? Other legendary coaches. Other coaches like Carlo Ancelotti are also considered legendary. Ancelotti has achieved the incredible feat of winning the Champions League 4 times with multiple clubs. Similar to Ancelotti, Otmar Hitzfeld showcased his flexibility across different leagues by winning 2 Champions League titles with different teams. Another coach who excelled in the Champions League is Zinedine Zidane. Zidane won 3 consecutive Champions League titles with Real Madrid. Helenio Herrera can't be forgotten either. He was the founder of the Catenaccio system, through which he dominated Italian football with Inter Milan in the 1960s. Herrera's success showcased the effectiveness of defensive tactics. With all that said, do any of these names deserve to be in the top spot? What about the future? With their remarkable achievements, several modern coaches could join this list of legendary coaches in the future. Jurgen Klopp has already made a significant impact with his energetic and tactical approach. Klopp led Liverpool to a Champions League title in 2019 and a Premier League win in 2020. His innovative use of gegenpressing has transformed how teams approach defensive play. Thomas Tuchel is another name to watch, having achieved success at clubs like Borussia Dortmund, PSG, and Chelsea. His adaptability and tactical intelligence were key to Chelsea's Champions League victory in 2021. Both Klopp and Tuchel have made their mark as successful coaches in modern football. However, are these two coaches destined to become all-time greats, or is a new wave of coaches rising? Can we crown one best coach? As we've seen, several factors determine whether a coach can be considered one of the greatest coaches in football. These factors include titles, tactics, influence, and player development. While Sir Alex Ferguson, Rinus Michels, and Pep Guardiola each defined their respective periods, their impacts are often difficult to measure against one another. So considering that all these coaches had different experiences and challenges, can we really choose one best coach? Or does each era have its own legend? We have covered the best football coaches in history, from Ferguson's dominance to Santana's beautiful football. But who is the true best? Let us know in the comments below. Who's your GOAT coach and why?